Hey guys, it's Matt Fraser, the psychic medium, and I am live right now, so come on in and join me. I want to talk to you guys about something, all right? This is something that so many of you have asked me about, and that is ghosts. And I tell you all the time, there are no such things as ghosts. However, there are souls that we don't recognize. For example, have you ever felt a soul that's there that's with you, and you wonder who it is? Have you ever felt a spirit that's with you or a presence with you, and you're not sure who that person is or who that soul belongs to? Well, what I want to let you know is this, is that there's a thing called passing spirits. And a passing spirit is somebody who is connected to you or connected to the place in which you live. And sometimes those souls can be felt by you and even have a message. So I'm letting you guys know this because something crazy just happened. And yes, I see all of you. I see Linda. Hi, Linda. I also see Darlene is here. And I also see Michelle is here as well. And I also see that Miss Chanel Williams says, yes, she's felt that. I also see that, oh my God, how nice to see Destiny is here. She was so excited for Sunday. I'm so happy. Oh my God, you guys, I see you all tuning in. Hello, hello, hello. All right. So here's the one thing that I have to let you know. You've heard me talk about this before. There's no such thing as ghosts. Well, I want you to know that there is a such thing as a passing spirit, and that is a ghost or a soul that you might not recognize, right? That you think is a ghost. But really, souls oftentimes will watch over the places that they loved here in this world and over the places that they felt connected to. For example, let's say that your father was a fisherman here in this world and loved a certain lake. His soul might go and visit that lake even though he had passed on. Or let's say that your grandfather built a house that he was so proud of here in this world, right? Even though that he's on the other side, he might go back and visit that house. You might have a grandmother who loved her house here in this world, that absolutely adored it, and from time to time still comes back in spirit and visits that place. This is a passing spirit, but sometimes we think of them as ghosts because you might be in a house that once belonged to someone else who had passed away and feel their presence still in the house. So what I want you to know is that that soul isn't trapped there, but does that spirit come and visit? Absolutely. Well, I'm letting you know this because, guys, this was so freaky, all right? Even for me as a medium, this actually happened during tonight's online reading. So as you guys know, I do online readings where people are there. And if you sign up, I read as many people as I possibly can. Well, I was reading this woman and her daughter from Connecticut. They were here. This woman's father came through and was talking about how he had died and what had happened and the events that led up to his passing. And then there was this soul that came through to me tonight and kept saying to me, I died down the street. I died down the street. Matt, I died in the neighborhood. And I literally was freaked out. I was like, what the hell? Because obviously when I go to channel people, right? I'm always used to your dad coming through or your mom coming through. But when the soul came through tonight and said that he had died in the neighborhood, I was immediately intrigued because I knew that it was someone that wasn't connected to them. I knew that it was a passing spirit. So what was so crazy is that it's all here on tape. This is what happened. This literally just happened, guys, about a half hour ago. I want to show you this video, okay? They were not expecting this. Like I said, it started with me reading from their dad. They wanted to hear from their father. It was it was a mother and daughter. The mom wanted to hear from her dad. The daughter wanted to hear from the grandfather. And literally out of nowhere, this soul came through that died down the street. All right, you got to check this out. This happened here tonight. It just happened. Ready? Here's the playback. And you know what's weird? I don't want to freak you out or bring you back to that time, but I got to tell you what your dad's telling me. And I feel like when you walked in the room, your dad was trying to communicate with you, even though he couldn't. So I heard you say, Dad, I'm here. And I saw him go like this, but I feel like he couldn't communicate or open his eyes at the end.
Correct. That's it. We put on country music for him, and we kind of got a little smile out of him.
That's what I want to talk about. So he said to me, Matt, he goes, I was holding on. I could hear them, he keeps telling me. And I need you to know that because even though he couldn't speak back, he says, I heard all the things that you said to me. And he's also telling me that you were teasing him as well about back when you were a little girl and sharing little stories with him. And your dad says to me, I heard it all. I heard it all.
Yeah.
And also when I'm connecting with your father, what's the connection with horses? I keep seeing horses here.
Horses. I don't know.
Did he grow up on a farm back in the day? Or what was the connection with the horses in him?
My older sister had a pony that we used to show.
Oh, hello. Pay attention. Listen, to me in Rhode Island, horses, ponies, same thing. He's showing me these horses that are on the other side, ponies, whatever the hell you want to call it, are there. And that's amazing. So no, it's his way of just bringing that through.
Oh my God.
Your father tells me this. He says to me, Matt, he goes, I wish that my daughter didn't have to see me those last final days, because I feel like you were looking at your dad and saying, this doesn't even look like my father.
That's true.
That he does not want you to be upset because you feel like, oh my God, I had no idea what he was going through. He shows me walking through the door and being completely in shock, seeing him, looking at him, and more importantly, having to see how much your dad had suffered.
Yeah.
Your dad tells me beforehand, he would never tell you how sick he actually was or tell you what was going on with him. He never wanted you to worry, he tells me.
That's true.
So your dad tells me, Matt, please let her know that I don't want her to feel guilty in any way, shape, or form, he tells me. He says, what I want her to remember are those times when she was just a little girl. Those were my favorite. He says, and those are the times that I think back to all the time. He's bringing that through.
Mm-hmm.
Your dad says to me that he is so happy about the closeness that the two of you shared here in the physical. And he's also telling me about back when you were a little girl, because I keep seeing visions of a station wagon. So here, the station wagon.
Oh my God. We did have a station wagon.
He said to me, Matt, I loved this car. He says to me, and he shows me, like, because your dad loved kids back in the day. He shows me when I'm connecting with him, like everybody like coming in the station wagon when I'm connecting with him. And your dad says to me, those were some of his favorite times here in the physical. He actually says to me that he's been trying to reach you in many different ways since he's gotten to heaven. And I actually see coins being sent to you. So do you see like pennies, dimes, nickels?
Oh my God, all the time.
That's your father. He's saying to me, Matt, I send those to her. I send those to her. Please let her know it's me. I'm also hearing as well. I keep hearing Jimmy. Say Jimmy or James.
He had a brother, Jimmy.
Okay, that passed though.
Yes.
That soul's there and with him because he's talking about that soul being there and letting you know they're reunited in spirit. And your dad also says to me when I'm connecting with him, he says, Matt, the one thing that I'm so happy about, the one thing that I want to tell my daughter is that when I passed the other side, I felt so much love from her. I know how much I was loved and appreciated, he tells me. So even though it was so tough for you to say goodbye, your dad said to me, I love the life that I lived here in this world. He says, and please let her know that my soul is always there and guiding her, because he's bringing that up.
Thank you. Very, I'm just blown away.
Well, wait a minute. I have something that's weird, really weird. Okay. So I have someone from your neighborhood coming through here.
Oh my God.
And there's somebody that's here that I keep hearing passed in an automobile accident.
We have a young boy, or there's Sophia.
No, I feel it's a young boy that passed.
And that's Henry, probably.
I'm seeing it, and I'm seeing a little memorial on the side of the road that's here. He tells me he was coming home. He was coming home.
Yeah.
He was going home from a bike place and he was hit by a drunk driver.
He's here.
Oh my God.
This is what I try to tell you. It's not about who's on camera. It's about what soul is in that area. And he says to me, Matt, I lived close by. I lived close by, he's telling me. He shows me the neighborhood coming together and putting candles down for him when I'm connecting.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I see that they also made a memorial for him, like a little memorial of where he was killed or where he had died. Is that true?
Yep.
So please know that his soul is in that neighborhood. He's watching over everyone that's there. Because he said to me, Matt, I should not have died this way. I should not have died this way. And when I say that he's in the neighborhood, it does not mean his soul is not at peace. Please know it's just the opposite. He's thanking everybody for coming together when I'm connecting with him and being there for him. It's so crazy because when I'm speaking to him, he says to me, Matt, he goes, I feel like my job is watching over my neighbors, watching over everyone here. He says, because this is the place that I love so, so much. He says to me, so if you felt like a weird spirit in your house or like a weird presence, it's just him.
That would be him.
Not in a bad way. Listen, souls will be the people that they loved.
Yeah.
He's here.
Oh my God.
And he is just so thankful for that memorial that was put up. And even though he died of a drunk driver, right? What's weird is to me, I also see that there was a sign that was put up. So was that his memorial sign or was it a street sign that they were putting up?
They put up a sign on the fence where he was killed.
That's what I'm talking about. I saw
Yeah.
a sign being mounted, okay, and I can't make it out. So when I see that, that means to me that he knows that was done in memory for him. So his soul is also there, watching over your house, watching over you and everyone there. And this is his way of acknowledging that he did make it to the other side. He is at peace.
Oh my God.
I really hope that this helps you. And thank you guys for being here.
He's such a relief.
That was, yeah, it's unbelievable.
Well, listen, I'm going to be coming to see you in Connecticut. I just found out today I'm coming to Connecticut. I can't tell you where yet because, of course, I'll get in trouble. All right. So for those of you who just tuned in late, that was a reading that just happened. It just happened during tonight's online group reading. I cannot believe it. I see everyone saying, oh my God, I got the chills. Michelle says she's got the chills. I see that Alicia saying, I love that. I see Shannon says she has the chills. How crazy is that? That I was connecting with her dad and the soul from the nearby area who died came through. This is what I want you guys to know is that what's so crazy is that the spirits are all around us. They live beside us every single day. They're not ghosts. They're just souls that sometimes we don't recognize. So she felt that soul around her when really it was a protection. That soul was watching over the area that he loved, his old neighborhood, the friends and family and the people who cared the most about him here in this world. So I'm letting you guys know this because I felt like that was the perfect example. So many of us, right, think that just our mom, our dad, our sister, our brother is with us in spirit. But there's so many spirits that are there that are watching over you, that are connected to you, trying to come through. So that was just a little validation that I thought would be fun to share because, like I said, it happened tonight. And it always takes me by surprise when a soul comes through unexpectedly. Like they had no idea. Neither did I. I mean, I had, at first I didn't know who he was. And that's why if you saw me in the video, if you rewind a little bit, you can see my face as I was watching it. I was like a little bit confused because at first they had their dad talking to me and then all of a sudden this soul was coming through that wasn't a member of their family, but turned out he died in the neighborhood. Well, this is what used to happen when I was a little kid. You know, when I was a little kid, all of these souls would be there at night trying to speak to me. And now looking back, I realized that these were just souls that, you know, had passed in the nearby area and knew that I could talk to them and speak to them. That's what happens to a medium. When you're at an online reading or an event, the souls know that they can come to me and speak to me. And it doesn't matter, you know, who they are or where they are. They will, if there's a way that they can get back a message to their family. And that's what happened here tonight. So I just wanted to share that with all of you because I thought that was just a really cool experience because a lot of you asked me if souls come through that you wouldn't necessarily know or weren't part of the family. And that's just validation. And what I also have to let you know is that the next online reading is happening on April 4th, okay? Actually, I think April 4th just sold out. Hold on, let me see. I think April 4th just sold out, but we have April 7th available. So if you would like to join me, okay, if you would like a reading like that one, that happens tonight. That just happened 30 minutes ago, literally about 30 minutes ago during tonight's online reading. They literally paid $19. They were here from Connecticut and they never expected that message to come through from their dad and that soul that had passed. That's the fun thing about these online readings. I never know who is going to come through, what the souls are going to say, or what the messages will be. And I get just as excited and just as shocked as you guys. It could be a friend that you hear from. It could be a family member, or it could be someone that's in your house. I can't tell you how many times it's happened where I've done a reading. And when I do a reading, a soul comes through from someone's house. You know, like for example, if you bought the house from someone in an estate sale and someone died, that soul can still come through. So that being said, like I said, there are no such things as ghosts, just souls that we don't recognize. And that reading is just validation and proof. It shows us that we are never alone and we truly never lose anyone. So if you've been wanting a reading that happened here tonight, if you missed out on tonight's online reading, what the hell were you doing? I can't believe all of you are here right now. You missed out on tonight. Tonight was an amazing event, but don't miss out on the next time. The next available online reading, I think we're sold out, but you can check my website. It's April 4th. You might be able to slide in there. There might be a spot or two left, but if not, April 7th is the next available online reading. Listen, the dates online are the only readings I will be doing in April. I just announced the online reading schedule. So that being said, April I think, what did I say? April 4th and April 7th are the next online readings. You can reserve your spot at meetmattfraser.com. It's only $19 to attend. And I also want to let you guys know, if you can't make it online, you can also join me when I am in your city or state. I'm coming to give readings in Lynn, Massachusetts. I'm coming to give readings in New Bedford, Massachusetts. I'm coming to give readings in Biloxi, Mississippi, Edmonton, Canada, and Ontario, Canada. So make sure to go to meetmattfraser.com. That is the best way to get in touch with me if you're looking to see who wants to get in touch with you. And that's what's so amazing, is that you might be here looking to hear from your mom or your dad or someone connected, but somebody else might come through as well, which is so amazing. So I really hope that you'll come and join me. Like I said, what's so amazing during these events is truly seeing the connection that we have to the spirit world. You know, our loved ones in spirit are trying to get our attention in so many different ways, even if we don't sense and feel them. Or if we don't know who's coming through, a lot of times during these readings, the souls will validate and show us their identity. And more importantly, like I said, show us that they're there for a reason. This soul was here because he died in that neighborhood. His friends and family paid tribute to him, and he wants to let them know that in turn, his soul is watching over all of them. I think that's just so beautiful. And like I said, I want to thank you guys for all of you who trusted me and came to tonight's online group reading. Thank you so, so much. The next online reading is happening on April 4th. You can head on over to my website, meetmattfraser.com. Oh my God, I love that. I see that Deborah just reserved her spot. I see that Julia just reserved her spot as well. And I say, oh my God, thank you so much. I also see that some of you guys are asking, well, I want to hear from a loved one. You got to come to the next online group reading like they did. Literally, how they got that reading just 45 minutes ago was they signed up for the online reading a couple months back. It's only $19. They signed up for the online group reading, and her father and that soul came through. So, like I said, don't let that stop you from reserving your spot. Make sure that you're there, because when you're there, your loved ones in spirit are there as well. So if you missed out on tonight, you can sign up. I also see all of you guys sending me the love. Oh my God, thank you so much. I see Annette reserved her spot as well. I will see you. I see that. Oh my God, Eileen just got April 4th. I'll be looking for you on April 4th. I can't wait. Just make sure if you are coming to an online reading, you reserve your spot ASAP, because I can only allow a limited amount of people. And once we are sold out, we are sold out. So I will see you there. I see Kesha just, I think that's how you say it, or Keisha just reserved her spot for April 4th. I cannot wait to see you all. It's going to be amazing. And this is what's so amazing too, is that I never know what souls are going to speak to me, what they're going to say. So just as excited as you are and just as shocked as you are, I am as well. So I will see you on April 4th. And if you didn't get your spot reserved for April 4th, I will see you on April 7th. Just remember to go to meetmattfraser.com. That's meetmattfraser.com. I'll also put the link in the comments as well. So hopefully you'll see it listed in there. And I want to thank you guys for the likes, for the comments, for the shares, and for all of you who signed up for an online reading event with me. I just love seeing all of you guys. And more importantly, it's my honor and privilege helping you connect with your loved ones in spirit. So until next time, remember, there's no such thing as ghosts, just souls that we don't recognize, and the souls of our loved ones on the other side. And there's no such thing as death. It's just a change in world. So until next time, I'll see you guys.